The 360 Career Development Project, completed and narrated by Caleb Morrell for Business 501, under the direction of Dr. Jeffrey Moore. In this PowerPoint presentation, I will examine and explain the different aspects of my 360 employee development tool, including my self-evaluation, my peers evaluation, my manager's expectations of my position, and the relationships between the three, including areas where my performance may fall short of the benchmarks set forth by the manager's expectations or exceed those expectations. Self-awareness is something that is invaluable in the workplace. Being able to personally identify your own weaknesses and strengths, we are able to see both the areas of our jobs where we are excelling and the areas that need attention. Having the ability to do this could prevent us from falling too far below the benchmark of our position, which could lead us to being fired. It could also show us areas we should highlight to upper management if we are attempting to further ourselves in the company through promotion. When looking at the table outlining the similarities and differences between our own self-evaluation and my peers' evaluation, we can see that they align in several areas, such as mentor, broker, producer, director, monitor, and task. I personally felt that I exceeded in the facilitator area of the self-evaluation with a score of 6.5 as compared to my peer evaluation of 5.5. I, however, fall short in the areas of innovator and coordinator by a margin of 1 and 1/2, respectively. The graph out to the right-hand side of the slide simply illustrates the findings listed on the table on the left. This third slide illustrates the supervisor expectation gap. This is to say the difference between my peers' evaluation of my position and my supervisor's expectations of my position as examined through their evaluations. As you can tell from the table on the left, there are some areas that align perfectly, resulting in no gap, such as coordinator, monitor, and task. Other areas, such as mentor, innovator, broker, director, and culture by my peers' evaluation, show that I exceed my supervisor's expectations of my position. These result in a positive gap ranging from 5 to 21%. There are some areas where my peers feel that I fall short compared to the benchmark set by my supervisor. These include facilitator and producer, with negative gaps of 7% on each. These figures are valuable in identifying areas where my perceived performance both exceed and fall short of my supervisor's expectations of my positions. The figures in the table, along with the accompanying graph on the right, help me identify those areas where I need to work on or that I need to highlight. Based on the results from my self-evaluation when compared to the benchmark set by the expectations of my manager, there are technically no weaknesses in my work. That is to say, if you accept the workbook's definition of weakness as any area with a score of 4.9 or below. However, if we look at my scores, you will find that in my self-evaluation, my answers resulted in me having a 5.5 as an innovator, as where my manager's expectations of my job have a score of 6.0 in innovation. This indicates an area where I am weaker than I should be and I need to work on. According to Becoming a Master Manager, SMART refers to specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. When all of these components are put into effect, it is possible to outline a goal for improving areas where my job performance may be lacking. Taking this approach will allow me to set specific goals for improvement, which will be more useful in achieving them as opposed to broad goals that lack guidance. To correct my lacking as an innovator, I will make it a point to push myself to develop unique solutions to issues that we have in the workplace. In doing so, I will focus my efforts on ergonomic production processes, an area that I deal directly in. Innovating new and more efficient process methods will allow us to run more efficiently, which will raise productivity and efficiency. I will accomplish all of this before the end of the first quarter, which coincides with the first production evaluation of the year. The second area where my self evaluation fell short of my manager's expectations of my position was in the coordinator area. Again, my score of 6.0 ranked as a strength rather than a weakness. However, my manager placed vital importance on this area, giving it a score of 6.5. My smart plan to correct this issue will be to make an effort to unify my immediate colleagues. I will have them submit suggestions as to how they think our production line can be improved. Also, I will make it a point to require them to work more closely in production to ensure that they are coordinating with each other on specific issues that we may be having on a day to day basis on the production line. This will help bring together all of my colleagues and create a stronger production line and group dynamic. I will also accomplish this all by the end of the first quarter, which coincides again with the first production evaluation of the year. I personally gained many things from this exercise. Until now, I did not have any real concrete evaluation of how I've been performing in my current position. The only responses I've had prior to this exercise were the occasional pat on the back or words of caution from management and colleagues. I find it comforting to have actual figures to put alongside those casual comments. While I feel that these evaluations show that I appear to be doing a good job in my current position, I would be happy to have resources such as these, regardless of if the outcome was positive or negative. It did showcase some areas that I need to address, such as my role as an innovator and a coordinator, but overall, I was happy with the results. I feel as though tools such as these are truly invaluable to any company as a way to shed light on the true effectiveness of their employees.